Hey everybody, welcome back to Anthony's Horror and More, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 physical media releases for 2022. It's been a hell of a year for 4Ks, Blu-rays, steelbooks, box sets, everything. You name it, it's been a great year for it for the most part. And it was hard to narrow this down to just 10. There are also some releases that I didn't buy this year. Like the Godfather 4Ks, I didn't buy those. I might get them later. I have a really nice Blu-ray set that I like, but I know that's a really great release from everything I've heard, so I might go ahead and acquire that like later. But I don't have them now. I haven't watched those 4K transfers, so I can't really speak on them. But yeah, but I've got 10 here. I've watched them all, really liked them. Like I said, I'm going by a lot of different things: transfers, packaging, just releases that, some releases that needed to get a reprint, um, just all kinds of criteria. These are just my top 10 favorites, for a lot of different reasons. So it's not necessarily just packaging, it's not necessarily just transfer, it's kind of a combination of everything. So plus just movies that I love, and some that I have just recently watched for the first time as well. So let's get into it. So first up, we got Return of the Living Dead on 4K from Scream Factory. Beautiful release, love the packaging. Some of the best poster artwork you'll ever see. Love it. It's just iconic. Got the release right here. You have the majority of the music restored in this version, which is great. Scream Factory was able to acquire all but one song for this release. If you don't know, the older MGM release, they were not able to obtain all the licensing rights to all the music and everything, and they weren't able to, so they had a lot of music in that was just missing or it was trimmed down. So Scream Factory eventually came along and gave us the nice Blu-ray years ago, and that had reinstated all the music and everything except for one song. And once again, now the 4K transfers out, same thing, they were able to put back in all the music except for that one song. But that's all right. It's still the best release that we have of a fantastic, my favorite horror comedy of all time. You got some nice disc artwork. You've got the Blu-ray with special features, Blu-ray, feature film, and you have the 4K feature film. And the transfer looks great. And yeah, just a fantastic release. I was just very excited to get this. The Blu-ray was great too. The Blu-ray looked really good and stuff, but I think the 4K did, enhance it more and everything. And the audio's great. Just overall, really, really fantastic release from Scream Factory. Gotta give them a lot of credit. So yeah, that's my number 10. All right, next up is the Paranormal Activity Blu-ray box set. That evil hand coming at you. Fantastic box set. Got all the films right here on Blu-ray. Got the hand coming at you. You got reversible cover art for each of these, which is really nice. The newest film, which I believe is Next of Kin, The only way to my knowledge anyway, to get it on Blu-ray is to acquire this set, to purchase this box set right here. You can get it on DVD, but I believe the only way to get it on Blu-ray is to buy this box set, which was only $55, very reasonable on Amazon. Yeah, I believe it was this Next of Kin here. I believe that's the newest one if I had these in order, which they should be. Yeah, I believe you can only get that on Blu-ray if you buy this box set. So another reason to buy the box set. And you just get all these movies, man. I mean, it's great. I mean, the Paranormal Activity franchise is really good. You also get a disc that has, a bunch of extras on it and everything. Yeah, the story of Paranormal Activity. And then you have just all these movies. I mean, look at this. Good God. You got, where'd the first one go? Yeah, you got Paranormal Activity, Paranormal Activity 2. Like I said, these all have reversible cover art, which is really nice. Paranormal Activity 3, 4, the marked ones, Ghost Dimension 3D, and then Next of Kin, and then you get these. I think this is actually, I believe this is actually a documentary. The story of Paranormal Activity. I believe it's a documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but there you go. Yeah, so you probably get like some nice behind the scenes on that and everything. So just all in all, just a really, just beautiful box set. You can get all the movies in one right here, all on Blu-ray, and for $55 to get a box set with all these films in it that's just a great deal, I mean, it really is. All right. And those are all found footage movies, so if you like that kind of thing, you'll love those, All right, so next up, we'll go ahead and do... Kind of still thinking about this, honestly, because there's just so many good releases. I mean, I know which 10 I've got, but the order is a little bit tricky still, But I think we'll go with Starship Troopers. 4K Steelbook release, gorgeous Steelbook art, love it. Fantastic. Love the film. Paul Verhoeven, classic. Absolutely amazing. I watched this 4K. It looks great. There you go. Sony put out this release, so it's kind of nice that Sony's, starting to put out like these nice steel books. I think that's really cool. Because the more of these big studios that start putting out, re-releasing their stuff out on 4K and steelbooks and really cool editions, the better, We want to keep physical media alive, so I think that's great that they gave this to us. And it's just, if you haven't seen Starship Troopers, definitely go out and buy this movie and watch it immediately. I think it's only like $22 or something on Amazon, 22 to 25 range. Go, do yourself a favor, get this release. This is amazing. I love Starship Troopers. Fun, like, sci-fi action film. Really good. Lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of cool, alien effects. There is some CGI that I guess you could say is dated, but it really doesn't take you out of the film, because the film kind of has like a cheesiness to it, so it kind of just adds to it a little bit, even though it's a little dated, it kind of just adds to the film itself. But I'll tell you this, the CGI doesn't look that bad. I mean, it really doesn't. It actually looks pretty decent for that time, I think. But there's also some really great practical effects in there as well, so Definitely check it out. Love Starship Troopers. All right. Next up, how about Child's Play on 4K, Steelbook Edition? Really love this release. Film looks great on 4K. And I'm not an expert on 4K and all that kind of stuff. I watch the film. I judge. I also have the Blu-ray set, so I do have something to compare it to. But I'm no expert, so I'm not going to pretend to sit here and bullshit you and like, oh, it's the greatest thing. To me, it looks really great. I love the packaging on this. Child's Play is one of my favorite horror films of all time. Got some great disc art in here. And, you got some really good special features, some great commentary tracks. So all in all, just a really, really great release. Same thing with The Return of the Living Dead. You get some really good special features in this. You get a ton of stuff. Most of it is just rolled over from the Blu-ray set, but who cares? I mean, if you didn't already own the Blu-ray, whatever, then that's great. You get the 4K scan of the film. You get, the effects, party time, music of The Return of the Living Dead, the origin of The Return of the Living Dead. I mean, look, Brains or Return to the Living Dead. I mean, you just get so many, conversation with writer-director Dan O'Bannon, a look at film locations, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, Sean Clark. You just get so much good stuff on there. I mean, look at all these special features. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's another, they loaded that up. So, yeah. Child's Play, same thing. I actually have, because, like I said, it's, one of my favorite films of all time. One of my favorite horror films of all time. I'll just go ahead and, okay, I'll just throw that there. Let's go ahead and show these as well. I also got the regular edition. See, all these special features. I mean, it's crazy. New 4K scan of the original camera negative. Like I said, looks great. Got Dolby Atmos. Commentary with director Tom Holland. Commentary with actor Alex Vincent. He plays the kid, and Catherine Hicks, the mother. And Chucky designer Kevin Yeager. That's great. I listened to that commentary. That was very informative. You get another audio commentary with producer David Kirshner and screenwriter Don Mancini, and select scene commentary by Chucky. And yeah, I mean, you just get there's like a million special features, but just to have all those commentary tracks, there's like 4 commentary tracks. It's great. And then, of course, I got, 2 and 3. With the cool slipcovers and everything. I mean, if you're going to buy the first one, you might as well get 2 and 3 as well, because it's a great trilogy. So, might as well get them all. All right. So that was that. That was Chucky. Let's see. Next up here. How about a little True Romance? Arrow. God, dude. I mean, when it comes to packaging, you just don't get any better than Arrow. Love it. Actually just watched this film for the first time this year. I know that's crazy because I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan, but what are you gonna do? Because Quentin Tarantino wrote this film. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. And let's see inside. Of course, you get a poster, double-sided poster, with the new artwork, and then you get the original poster artwork, on there. You get the booklet, which is nice thick booklet right there. We all like a good booklet. You know, read it while you're on the crapper. And then get the Steelbook. Christian Slater. Look at that. True Romance. And you get a bunch of like lobby cards, or postcards, I mean. You get a bunch of postcards, you get a little sticker right there. Your 4K disc, your Blu-ray disc. And it just looks great, once again. Another, Arrow did a great job. Great, I love, I don't have anything to compare it to because the first time I watched it was on 4K. So, but it looked fantastic to me, and just a really good film. Very well written, obviously. Quentin Tarantino. It's funny when it needs to be funny, but then there's some really good like gory, bloody violence and action and just everything you want. Definitely check out True Romance if you never have. It's one of those films that's just so different that I love it. I mean, it's, with Quentin Tarantino, he just gives you a little bit of everything. He gives you the violence, he gives you the comedy, he gives you the romance, obviously. I mean, just, and the chemistry between those two is just, out of this world, so. All right, what else do we got here? What else do we got here? All right. We've got, how about Scream Factory's triple feature here, The Curse of Michael Myers, H2O Resurrection. Now listen, I know not a lot of people love these films. Here's the dumbass, cheap-ass box that they give you. Little cheap-ass box. It's alright, whatever, But here's the special features they get here. And you do get some new special features. You get 4K scans for obviously all the films, including the producers and the theatrical cut of Curse of Michael Myers, which is really cool. New interviews for Halloween Resurrection. You got the audio commentaries. You got Horror's Hollow Grounds, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. Once again, Sean Clark in there. TV spots, still galleries, trailers, and much more. I mean, so you get some good special features in here. I watched all of these. The 4Ks look phenomenal. That's why another big reason why I'm bringing this up. I do like the packaging. I know a lot of people don't like the packaging. It's not the best packaging in the world. Scream Factory's obviously done much better. I'm not going to sit here and try to, but I do enjoy it. I like the theme. I like that they all have like that fall theme. Do they go crazy with the leaves? Yeah, they go a little fucking crazy with the leaves, but whatever, man. I mean, I still enjoy it. I think people, I get not wanting to pay maybe the price to get just these 3, technically 4 films, because Curse of Michael Myers, get, like I said, the producers and the theatrical cut, so it's technically kind of 4 films. Because if you've ever seen the producers cut and the theatrical cut for this movie here, they're definitely different. They really are. I prefer the theatrical cut. I think it's better. It's gorier. The story it runs a little bit more smoothly. And it has a way better ending. I'm sorry, the producer's cut with the rocks and all that shit. I mean, if you've seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but if you know what I'm talking about with the stones and all that shit, I mean, it's like, come on. So I prefer the theatrical cut. Love it. The one thing I'll say about the producer's cut is you get more Donald Pleasence, Dr. Loomis, so that does... it makes it a little bit more difficult, because I love Dr. Loomis. He's one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite, like, just human characters in horror, period. So I do love seeing more Donald Pleasence, but I gotta go with the theatrical cut. So yeah, but the transfers are all great. They really are. They look fantastic. And you got Halloween H2O. I wish that I will complain about this though. I wish that they had gotten more special features for Halloween H2O. I would have loved like more behind the scenes on this movie. You know, I would have loved like even like a short documentary, some new interviews, even just some of the, you know, you couldn't get like, I don't know, you couldn't get any of the actors to, you know, do a little interview or something. I mean, come on, Scream Factory, you gotta step that up a little bit. I mean, this should have had more special features. Uh, that's disappointing because I believe the only thing is the 4K scan. I don't think you get all the rest of these special features are old. You do get audio commentary with Steve Miner and Jamie Lee Curtis, moderated by Sean Clark, but that was on the older release too. Blood is Thicker Than Water, The Making of Halloween H2O, featuring interviews with producer Malika Akkad and Paul Freeman. I mean, so you know, you get some cool stuff. I heard the interview or the commentary with Steve Miner and Jamie Lee Curtis, moderated by Sean Clark, who does the Hallowed Grounds and all that stuff. I heard that that's actually pretty good, so I do want to check that out. But still, you know, there should have been new features for this, so that's disappointing. But still looks great. Transfer looks great. And you get the Blu-ray with all these as well, which is cool. You know, you get the, you know, this is actually a thicker box too, this Curse of Michael Myers, because it has so much stuff in it. But yeah, you get that. 4K. Then you get the 4K producer's cut. Whoa. You get the Blu-ray. You get the Blu-ray producer's cut, so you're getting a lot of discs. I mean, that's for sure. And you get Paul Rudd, and Paul Rudd acts a little like crazy in this, but that's his thing. You know what I mean? Like I liked it. Also, Paul Rudd's first film, so pretty cool. Okay, now we got Halloween Resurrection. Halloween Resurrection right here. I kind of like those like angel wings behind him. It's kind of a cool look. You do get some new special features with this. You get the 4K scan. You get new interviews with producer designer Troy Hansen, special makeup effects artist Gary Turncliffe, and then you get, you know, you just got audio commentary with Rick Rosenthal and Robert A. Ferretti, deleted scenes, alternate ending, some interviews, behind the scenes footage, set tour, set interview. A lot of it's older special features, but there is some new stuff, so that's good. At least they tried a little bit more with this one. Right there. And then, of course, I went ahead and reversed all of them to have the original poster artwork on there, which is nice. And then you get both artworks on the inside. And I don't think I showed off H2O's inside of that. Let's see. Flip that around. Spin that around. I love Halloween H2O. It's one of my favorites, honestly. I love Halloween H2O. I know that everybody compares it to Scream and all that shit, but I don't care. I still love it. It doesn't bother me, you know. I mean, Scream was very popular in the 90s, so I get why H2O wanted to, you know, I get it. A lot of films lended themselves, a lot of slashers lended themselves to that Scream kind of formula a little bit, you know, just how it was shot, the music and stuff like that. But that doesn't really bother me. It's still a good film overall, you know, so whatever. All right. Next up, we're going to go with Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, Tom Cruise, Top Gun Maverick. Really nice release. This is from Paramount, right? Yep, this is Paramount. Really nice. And then we got the inside here. Got the 4K Blu-ray. This is like probably my favorite film of the year. This is a great one. Just great, you know, really awesome special effects. A lot of it's practical, though. You know, Tom Cruise flying around a jet in real life and stuff. I mean, you know, he likes to do a lot of his own stunts. It definitely like feels like the original movie, but I think they just stepped up everything else. I think they stepped up the action, the fighter jet scenes, I think the character development's better. I think the love interest, it's just more believable. I really like it. I love the relationship between um, Maverick and the son to his old partner from the first film who passed away. I love their relationship in this. It works very well. Just just it just has everything going for it. I mean, I don't know. I really don't have any complaints. The music hits you, and um, yeah. I mean, it was just great. I mean, it's like a 10 out of 10 for me, honestly. I mean, I don't have any complaints. I think the movie was like it had to have been around 2.5 hours, I would say. I feel like it was around that time, and it just went by so fast. I saw it in theaters, and it was just like I just didn't even want it to end. It was so good. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't have any complaints. I don't really like the first Top Gun. I've only seen it once, to be fair, but I didn't really care for it. So trust me giving this like a 10 out of 10, like a perfect score is pretty insane because I really didn't like the first one that much. But I appreciate what the first one lends to this film, obviously, because, you know, you have to know you have to know what happened in the first film to really enjoy this one more. I mean, I think anyway. I think you should watch the first film and then go watch this, and judge the first film for yourself. You might love it. You might love it. I just wasn't. I just couldn't really get into it. Which is saying a lot because I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. I really like most of Tom Cruise's. So I thought I would love Top Gun, but I just was like, yeah, it was okay. Um, Oh, and Val Kilmer in Top Gun Maverick. Oh my God, dude. That was a great scene. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but you know the scene that I'm talking about where they're talking in the office and everything. Great scene, very well done. And it was just nice to see Val Kilmer again. Everyone knows, he had throat cancer and all that stuff. I don't know if he currently does still have it or not, but I know he did. So his vocal cords and everything are all messed up. It's a real shame or whatever. But it was cool. It was great to see him come back, be in this movie, and he still delivered a solid performance even with that slight hindrance. But the way they shot it and directed it and wrote it and everything, it that didn't take away anything. Actually, it probably amplified things because it made the scene even more emotional. So if anything, it made the scene even better. I mean, because it was just so emotionally gripping. So really like that a lot. Next up, we got Reservoir Dogs. Quentin Tarantino, like I said, one of my favorite directors. Great release, beautiful 4K. A lot of people are probably going to say that this might be one of the best 4Ks of the year. Like, I think this, like I said, Top Gun Maverick. I mean, there's a few of them. Even people are really liking Pulp Fiction. I watched that one as well. It looked great. I'm so glad we're getting Quentin Tarantino's movies on 4K. Nice steelbook editions. And then, of course, you got the ear that comes off. Bloop. Just beautiful steelbook. Just great. Just great artwork. You got the really nice disc artwork on the inside there. Just a huge step up from if you've seen the Blu-ray and now you're watching the 4K, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just a huge step in the right direction. And there we go. Here goes back on. And just one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino films. Nice runtime too. I think it's only like an hour and 39 minutes or something. It goes by so fast. I think this is actually his shortest film. By quite a bit. But just the fact that he's able to develop all of these characters in an hour and like 39 minutes or so or whatever, Even less than that, because there's also credits and all that stuff too that's included. So even less than that, probably like an hour and 35 minutes, develop all these characters, give us like this rich story, and it's, fairly simple enough, but setting up all the characters and making them likable and writing all that amazing dialogue, that is harder to do. You know what I mean? And that's what makes this movie so great, is the dialogue. I mean, that's what Quentin Tarantino excels at. So, it was, I mean, it's just a great movie. I mean, we all know why Reservoir Dogs is great. If you haven't seen Reservoir Dogs, definitely put that at the top of your list to go see for sure. All right, the final two, and right here we have Dario Argento's Tenebrae. Watched this for the first time this year. Loved it. Great slasher, great giallo, Italian slasher movie, basically, detective story. Beautiful box, nice, like, this is from Synapse, but it, looks like one of those like really nice Arrow box sets, basically. And of course, just very similar to Arrow, you get the nice poster, reversible poster, the original, you get the original poster art and then like their new art on there. Yeah. Yep. And then you get the booklet. Nice thick booklet. We all like that. Read it when you're on the can. Then you got the film with all this on there. Look at all that, man. So cool. Yeah, you get the original version, you get the Unsane version, limited edition exclusive. You get the 4K disc, and here, let's just open it up. Of course, you get the Synapse booklet, that shows you all their other titles on the inside and stuff. Other ones you can get, you got the postcards in there. You've got your nice artwork there. All the discs have different artwork. You have the reversible artwork, obviously, for the jacket cover here. I went with the original poster art, but you can also switch it to this art, which is pretty cool. And then, yeah, you get the Unsane version of the film, you get the Blu-ray, you get the 4K, and the Unsane version is also in 4K, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I watched this for the first time this year, absolutely loved it. It was a very, very bloody movie, too, very great kills in it. The third act is absolutely insane. The music, you got music by Goblin, which... amazing. I mean, the music too is just it's so like fast paced and it's very energetic. It's not your typical like slow slasher score. It's very energetic, fast paced. Love it, and the Unsane version, I believe, is like the edited down, made for like, the States version, like censored. Like I think it's the version that they removed. They removed a lot of like the gore and the violence, and they trimmed it down to like an hour and a half or something. And I think the original version's like maybe an hour and 45 minutes or something like that. Yeah, so you probably don't want to watch the Unsane version, but maybe you do. Maybe if it's nostalgic for you, maybe that's the version you watched on TV or you rented, years and years ago. But I would go with the like 4K, uncensored, unrated edition, because man, that third act, holy shit. I won't spoil anything. I'm not gonna say what happens, but holy shit, that third act, that hit me like a freight train, because I kept hearing about just how gory this movie is. It's like, oh, it's so gory, it's so blood, so this, and I'm like, Like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that bad. I mean, it had good kills, don't get me wrong, but then you get to that third act and you're like, oh, now I understand. Because I'm pretty sure this movie was also on the UK's video nasties list, which was like a list of, I think it was like 42 films or something like that. This is just a bunch of movies that had to be like edited down, for content and gore and all that stuff. So, it's a good movie if it made that list. That should make you want to watch it right there. But yeah, Dario Argento's Tenebrae. I look forward to getting into more like Italian horror, Italian mystery films. It's just hard, man. There's just not enough time. There's not enough time in the day. But trust me, I do want to. If I had more time, I'd watch all these Italian films and all these. But I've been doing better. I watched Titane this year for the first time. That's a French horror film. I thought that was great. Well, I didn't think. I thought it was. No, I shouldn't. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was like a solid like B movie. It was directed very well. Titane, I'm talking about now. French horror film. Go over to the 4K Tent Revivals channel. We did a whole live stream breaking down Titane, discussing it and everything. Good movie, but if you want my thoughts on it, go check out that live stream on the 4K 10 Revivals channel. It was a fun discussion. We really broke it down. But Dario Argento's Tenebrae, fantastic film, A+. Go watch it. Also a great way to get introduced into Italian horror. Like, this was a very easy, if you like Scream and if you like all those like kind of slasher movies, that's what this is, just with like the Italian flavor. So check it out. That's my number 2, so pretty high. But number 1 is a film that I love, and it's another Paul Verhoeven movie, and that is RoboCop. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, yeah, RoboCop. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-dum-dum-dum. Yeah, I love that song, man. It's such a good score. And Arrow put this out, beautiful box set. Of course, you got the double-sided poster, which is awesome. You get a very thick booklet here. Very thick booklet. Beautiful, beautiful art. I love that artwork right there. Then I've got the Steelbook. Now, this is actually the Blu-ray Steelbook, but I bought the 4K box set, and that I already own, because this came out first, so I already own the Blu-ray Steelbook. So I just took the 4K case out. I put all the 4K discs in this nice Steelbook here, and I put the like Blu-rays that were in this, and I put them in the 4K case, and I just kind of, because, I don't really need that right now, so I just kind of made it the best of both worlds, Beautiful Steelbook, though. I love the Steelbook. Love the box set, I love the Steelbook, so I'm glad I have both. It's one of my favorite films. This is another movie I can put on anytime. RoboCop, obviously set in Detroit. I'm from Michigan, so, that's another thing. It's really nice. Got a nice shine to it as well. And then, like I said, and it's got the, not rated version in there. So, you got the unrated version, which is really nice, the director's cut. And you got the theatrical cut. But man, the director's cut, geez, dude, it's even more brutal. Holy shit. And then this is another booklet. I think this might be the one that came with the Blu-ray that I just left in there. And then explore more classics, Nero thing. Yeah, it's a little card that they give you in there. But yeah, man, the unrated cut of RoboCop, holy shit. I mean, like when they're just blowing him to pieces, and that's how the film starts out. So, sorry, mild spoilers or whatever, but that's literally how the film starts, basically, and it's just way more bloodier, way more graphic. It's Paul Verhoeven, so all of his films, Total Recall, RoboCop, Starship Troopers, they're all very bloody and violent. It's part of the charm, and they all usually have like, some like commentary on them. Not commentary that would be like, all in your face or anything like that. It's back when I would say this is doing commentary, like social commentary in a good way, like how RoboCop does it. Where a lot of films nowadays just ram messages down your throat, but back then I would say Paul Verhoeven, he could put messaging in there, but it was just so subtle and so mixed into the story so seamlessly that you barely even notice it. And he did it in a funny way too, with like the news broadcasts and the commercials and all that stuff. So it's very creative, very smart. And I just love it. It looks amazing. And you just can't go wrong with this release. I mean, once again, if you haven't seen RoboCop, go out there and buy RoboCop. I mean, and that's it, guys. That's it. Some honorable mentions really fast. I would say Jurassic Park 4K that came out this year. Fantastic. Love this release. I would say Spider-Man No Way Home. Beautiful packaging. Doctor Strange back there. Beautiful steelbook. That was a Best Buy exclusive, but now you can get it on Amazon. They put it on Amazon now, so you can go out there and get it. And you got Scream 2 on 4K for the first time, which is really cool. Hello, Sydney, remember me? Awesome. Let's see. What else did I have? Is there something else? No, I think that was it. Yeah, so those were just some honorable. Oh no, I did have another one. And Event Horizon on 4K, which Scream Factory actually did put out a really good, really nice release for this film. But I think the 4K is awesome. It's a beautiful steelbook. If you don't own it, you can get this on Amazon as well. Nice Paramount release again. Paramount's actually been killing it. Paramount also put out that, I don't know if I said it or not, but they put out this Paranormal Activity box set as well. That's Paramount. Paramount did, they did Top Gun Maverick. That's Paramount. The Event Horizon, like I said, that's Paramount. Very nice release, steelbook. I mean, Paramount's been killing it. They've been doing a really good job. They've been, great 4Ks, great steelbooks. They've been just knocking it out of the park. And so is Lionsgate. A lot of these companies, I've got a nice mix of companies here. This is Synapse, I've got Scream Factories, Scream Factory releases, Synapse, Lionsgate, and Arrow, of course. Had a couple of Arrow ones in there. And Sony did the Starship Troopers. So, shout out to them. But yeah, nice mix. This is also Paramount too. Scream 2. Like I said, they've been killing it with these steelbooks and everything, man. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Me and Jack Skellington here with Zero on the side. And Darth Vader, of course. Just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the thumbs up button. It really helps. And please leave a comment down below. What's your top 10 releases for the year? Or if you don't feel like writing your top 10, just give me a couple down there in the comments. I like to hear what other people's thoughts are on all the great releases that we got this year. It's 2022 has been. It's been pretty badass, It was a really fucking awesome year for physical media. So yeah, let me know down below. And everyone have a Merry Christmas and, be safe out there, especially with all the snow and everything. I know some places are getting hit with some blizzards. I know, like I said, I live in Michigan. Currently, it is 3 degrees, and there's a shitload of snow and ice. So, just be careful. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Okay, have a good one. Peace out.